And I'm, of course, now curious to turn over to you, Rebecca, because you represent a very broad range of stakeholders, including non-profit stakeholders. And I'm very curious about your take on this spectrum between upsides and downsides, what your perspective on that is.
Thank you, Sebastian. Real pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for including me in this conversation. And it's a delight to be on a panel with some of our partners, Sony, Amazon, and I know that IBM will be coming up with some of our discussion later on as well. So thank you so much. As you mentioned, I'm the CEO of the Partnership on AI. And thinking about the questions that you've put before this forum, I have to say I am an optimist. It is what drives me and gets me up in the morning. And I am incredibly optimistic about artificial intelligence and its potential to be transformative in healthcare, across sectors, and in really working and supporting a beneficial future for people and society. And you heard lots of examples of the way in which generative AI and large-scale models of AI are already doing that from the three previous speakers. So I won't talk about that, but it was that optimism about AI and what it can do for the world that brought me to the Partnership on AI. And today, PAI is an organization that brings together about 100 partners from across industry, civil society, academia, focusing on how to deploy AI responsibly, centering people and society first. And so that gives us a unique, I find we have a unique view into the people that are working behind the scenes, whether in industry or in policy or in civil society, really focused on the questions of how do we do this? How do we build this technology both to benefit, but also to protect from harms as it's deployed globally. And so that gives me a great deal of optimism, I have to say. And at the same time, I am also concerned for all of the reasons that you heard from the speakers today. And it's clear that with the way in which generative AI has been deployed over the last couple of months, that we are seeing this new technology being deployed at a way that really challenges our capacity to respond to it. And there have been, good examples provided about risks and harms that we need to attend to and be concerned about. I think the one that is most important and concerning for me is the capacity for misinformation and disinformation. And we've seen the way in which these large-scale models have been deployed through what are called chatbots. So this real capacity to have this conversational ability to be highly manipulative. And yet we all are also very well aware that these systems, it's often called hallucinate in terms of providing inaccurate information. And I think the easiest test to understand this is we all know the ground truth of our own biographies and histories. And so just Google your own bio and you'll get just chatbot your own bio, and you will see where how these systems can fall down in terms of accuracy moving forward. So I think that's a really important and very simple way for the public to better understand just the capacity of the way in which these systems are currently being deployed through these accessible tools. And I come back to something that Sam Gregory at Witness, one of our partner, often speaks about, and that is the notion of the liar's dividend. That we will be in a world where we are not able to really find truth and understand truth, and we will doubt all of the evidence and facts that are provided in front of us because our information systems are overwhelmed with misinformation and disinformation. And I think we just need to understand that there's real risks potential associated with these types of models. And I think what we're seeing in terms of generative AI is not only the quality and the capacity and the really lowering the bar of admission in terms of developing deep fakes, whether they're video, audio, or text, but also the scale in which it can be done as well. So the capacity to do these at a high rate, a high level of quality, and what that could mean in terms of overwhelming our information ecosystems that we have in place. So I have this balanced perspective of really attending to all of the opportunities that this technology provides, but also trying to be sensitive to the urgency and need to act now with regard to potential real world harms that could emerge. But what gives me hope is also the people that are working on this. And I really do believe that we need to share a message that there's not one single approach. There is no silver bullet to responding and acting now in this regard. Yes, we need governments to lean in, to deploy all of the tools they already have and to explore others. And we need industry and researchers to be responsible, to be developing community standards and collective protocols about how to responsibly do this. And we need civil society raising and the alarm and being clear about the concerns in terms of the protection of human rights and exploring other potential activities as well. So I look forward to talking a little bit more about all of the efforts that are way in terms of building and supporting that broader global ecosystem as we think about where we go from here. Thanks very much.